Hey guys, it's Rosie. This is a compilation of my most recent reactions that Amberlynn Reid referred to as lackluster content. So I thought I'd put them all in one place. All right, I hope y'all enjoy. Hey y'all, it's Rosie here, and I am sitting in the parking lot waiting on a way to start. And I really just wanted to talk to you guys. I mean, I know I don't have very many followers, but it's exciting to have followers regardless, because when I first started my channel to talk about my journey with food addiction, weight loss surgery, I didn't really expect anyone to follow at all, so it's kind of amazing. And I think I'm doing okay. I definitely think going to meetings like more seriously is going to be helpful in the long run. Although they seem to be late opening the doors today, so I don't know. I don't know. I kind of wanted to talk to you guys, and if you have any thoughts on this, I really wish you'd leave a comment in down below. Basically, I know I said in some previous videos that Amberlynn Reid had reached out to me on my Instagram, and I really didn't want to share any specifics of what she said. Not that there's anything bad. It's just in her most recent message to me, she said that she had looked into my YouTube channel and that she thought I was really mean, and that I was calling her a liar, but I didn't have any proof, and that I was being really negative and dismissive. And that's definitely not what I was trying to do with my content. Mostly I was really only trying to watch her for her weight loss surgery content, not necessarily her blogs. And I don't know, I thought in what I was doing, and like when I was recording and stuff, I thought I was being nice. Well, comparatively, like most of the stuff you watch on her, like most reaction channels and stuff, it's really negative. Like, it's not good stuff. I mean, don't get me wrong, I really enjoy people like Karina Kaboom, and I don't think she's that negative. I think she's very, she's giving her thoughts and opinions, and I like the way she lays things out. It's the same, I really enjoy watching Zachary Michael or Kicking Geese, because I don't really think they're very mean to Amberlynn. I kind of feel that they want the same things I do, which is for her to be successful and for her to follow through on something, etc. But there are a lot of channels out there that it's mostly just making fun of her and stuff. So I didn't feel like my content was very negative, and I don't know, y'all are gonna have to let me know if I'm like being a big meanie or what. I figured the best way to resolve this would be to put this out there and just see what everyone had to say. I don't know, I want her to be successful. I want her to do well. So it's kind of frustrating. But I was talking to Tom about what she said in her message, because he surprised me last night with a beach date, and we just went and sat on the beach and watched the sunset. But now I kind of feel like he was saying she probably didn't even watch the videos, or any of the videos for that matter, or any of the weight loss content. Because I think I'm pretty positive through everything. I don't know. I'm just feeling confused. All right, well, that's it. That's all I got for right now. They've opened the door, so I'm ready to go. Hey y'all, it's Rosie here. Good morning. It is Monday, which means it's 17 days post gastric bypass surgery for me. It's about 6:30-ish in the morning. It's a little early, but I already showered, and then before I get ready for work, get ready for my day, I mentioned it yesterday, but I saw Amberlynn Reid had like an 8-minute-ish video up, and I thought, you know what, I've got time, I'm letting my hair air dry before I do anything else. Why not react to it? I think it was called something about ghosts and cute socks. So let's get into it. I wanted to say this before it starts, in that I just cast it up, and the opening scene is her, I guess, cutting the shower water on, and I don't know how long you guys have been watching, but do you remember there was like this whole thing, and then she admitted that like she wasn't showering, and like it was like this whole big debacle. So now it feels like, are you just trying to prove that you shower like right now? Okay, into the video. Did she just show us her underwear? Was that underwear? Wait, why? This seems like a waste of water. Mine gets hot instantly. I mean, I kind of like a get ready with me vlog, you know? I love those kind of like get ready with me moments. No, why is her toothbrush in there like unprotected? No. Okay, she has a lot of scent, and that stuff is not good for your skin. Is she naked? Is she naked? No, her Apple Watch band just touched her toothbrush. I can't. I can't. Okay. I am living though for this braid on the top of her head, because I said in my last video that she needs to braid that hair. Although I feel like she didn't wash it.
Putting them in vloggity vlogs. So here is my PO box. If you want to send me anything,
She's really pushing this PO box. Anybody else think so?
Show everything on camera. Besides letters, I do read those off camera, but I will shout you out. And if you have any like questions or anything in your letter, I will answer them on camera. So I already opened it.
She's so nice in my DMs though. Like I feel like she probably is really nice. I just
have no idea who it is.
I can't like distinguish the Amberlynn that I watch like troll and lie from the one who's like super nice.
So it is Terra Origin.
No, for real, go for some protein, especially a high quality plant protein. That would be great for her. I'm team protein drink, so because I drink at least one a day, but I break it up like 3 different times.
Or almond milk or rice milk. So
why do I feel like she's acting brand new over this?
Give this a try very, very soon.
Why is she acting brand new over protein? If she's been visiting the gastric bypass surgeon, they've already discussed protein. She should have already been on it.
I want to say congratulations on your weight loss. That is super, super inspiring. And thank you so much for your letter. So
my hair, y'all, I can't get over it. I wish I'd already gotten it done.
Because it has her address and some important info.
I just feel like people are so sweet and so supportive of her. And that's the other reason I want her to do well, is because all of these people, thousands and thousands of people, want her to do well. Like, don't let them down like you let me down.
Thank you so much for the letter. I love your handwriting. It's super cute because she dotted all her I's with little cute little hearts. And congratulations on your weight loss. It's absolutely amazing and so inspiring. I appreciate you guys so much messaging me and telling me about your weight loss journey and like how you did it and stuff like that. It means a lot to me. And Brianna also sent me some stickers.
More stickers.
You guys know me, I love me a sticker. But look,
yay.
This one is a camera, and then there's like this little,
where do you put the stickers?
You know,
where do they go?
In, like, the nose. Isn't that cute? So Flynn and I got this. It's like a wannabe Lego. It's not the brand Lego, but it's like it.
You'll know. Lan block.
Yulon. I'm absolutely.
Y'all, I can't read.
Wrong, but it is of a camera. So.
What is it I always say? Y'all, I'm dumb.
About to open her up.
What did they do? Did she just run out of Legos to buy? Because I know they have a camera Lego. Instead of Nikon, it says Neckan.
And it comes with numbered.
Oh my god.
This was very cheap. Like, this was only like $22, and I know
I wouldn't spend $22 on a Lego.
Support still will be buying because I'm a Lego queen. This would have been a lot more pricey if it was Lego.
It also would have said Nikon if it was Lego brand.
There are 3 sections.
Y'all think?
And this is just the first one. And I will say that the pieces are a lot smaller Like, look how tiny that piece is compared to my finger. But I am ready and I'm so
What if she just has
excited.
big hands? No, that's
Okay,
wrong.
so
That's
I
wrong.
finished with the first section, and
Why
that
doesn't
is
she do a time lapse of building it? I think that would be more entertaining. Just like a time lapse of her actually putting it together. Because in my mind, y'all, this is probably wrong, but like in my mind, Felina's off to the side, like rapidly putting these things together.
10. And my question for y'all is, do you believe that this show is real?
Dude, be me. Like, I totally thought she had a ghost in her apartment, not watching Ghost Adventures on TV.
Okay, well, you can have yours too, but I don't know if this show's real.
Okay. And I do not believe at all. So, I want to know what y'all think. Okay, so
I mean,
got these socks
I believe in ghosts.
from Amazon, right, baby?
I had the crazy experience here at the house the other night. But my house is kind of old, so there could definitely be a ghost. No, okay. No cap. I wear socks. Like any normal person that wears shoes, I wear socks. I love those socks. Like, where did the socks come from? Does it say in her description box? Anyone know? Anybody?
I love these.
No, I like the black socks with the angry teeth. Like,
It's just funny. I think the aesthetic is cute.
those socks look small though.
And I really
Like,
the shocked one.
and they've got the high.
Based on color and faces. Okay.
I forget what you call those.
Wait.
Crew sock. A crew sock. With her legs being as big as they are, how can she wear a crew sock? Not that she's like ankle socks for life. Like, because unless she loses weight, how would you even put those on your calf? Like, I weigh like, right now, like 233 point something, right? Okay. I can wear crew socks, but they get a little stretched at the top. So I can only imagine. There's no way she can wear those cute socks. Sad little socks.
Okay, so I have taken off my makeup, I've changed my clothes.
And I'm sorry if y'all can hear my dogs in the back. I can't do anything about it. They want to be in here so bad.
I want to add like comment of the day, question of the day segments, but I'm going to use Instagram. So if you don't follow me on there, this is my username.
Girl, I know what it is. I follow you. You DM me. Like, I know.
Because I'm Bambi. Okay, that was cringe. So I was thinking about
That was a little
that,
cringe.
but I want to use my Instagram as my platform because I'm currently not reading comments right now. So we're not going to go.
She just said the other day that she was reading comments, and now she's not reading comments again. Like,
So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to randomly scroll.
So frustrating.
The one I stop on is the one I'm going to do.
I get like whiplash. Like, anybody else's neck hurt?
If I
Like,
only see one color for the rest of my life, what color would I choose?
so dumb it.
Honestly,
Okay.
I think I'd go with green.
The stuff she chooses to answer out of the stuff I'm sure she actually gets is ridiculous.
And trees. So
Okay, but green is my favorite color, but now I feel like, should I change it?
My laundry, but look at this cuteness. Baby boy.
Oh, why is he in the
Are
box?
you just in my shoebox? Okay. Are you not in my shoebox?
Twinkie Star! I love Twinkie Star. Oh my god.
Are you my security guard? Yeah, like I said, some vlogs will be shorter.
Twinkie Star is so
I'm
freaking
sorry about
cute.
that, but I do hope that you guys still enjoyed this one, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.
Okay, so it's over. A couple of thoughts before I go dry my hair. I didn't think it was very interesting. At all. I mean, obviously, I do think some vlogs are interesting. I do want to see certain aspects of her life. I feel like it's so controlled, though, what you actually get to see, that it's not entertaining. And then, obviously, it's really giving me, like, I stay at home all day vibes and have nothing to do. And with the amount of times that you hear Feline's voice and stuff in there, like, she can't have a job either. So it's giving, we're at home, we're bored, we've already gone through all the Legos that Lego offers, so we're just buying off-brand Legos now and watching Paranormal Adventures or Ghost Adventures or something. I mean, with all the time she has, she could go be a ghost hunter. She could start one of those channels where they go to abandoned places and, like, walk around and get scared. She could do that. I know that there's a ton of them in Kentucky. Like, I am certain there's a ton of them in Kentucky that she could go do all like Chantal style, like spooky vibes and ghost stories. Yep, that's all I got for it. And there's nothing in there about weight loss surgery or weight loss, so it really has nothing to do with me. And since I'm a weight loss channel, not a reaction channel, maybe I just flubbed this, but oh well. I will talk to you guys later. Bye. Hey y'all, it's Rosie here, and I thought I would hop on and do a Amberlynn Reid react to her video from, I think, yesterday at this point. Today's Sunday. I saw that there's another new one, but I just can't keep up. Now, this one seemed to have something to do with her eating habits, maybe about weight loss surgery. I don't know. I have not watched it, so I thought I would hop on and watch it with you guys and give you my thoughts. Now, as you can see, I'm in a different location. So basically, when I got home last night, Tom had gotten me and put it together, I guess, himself, one of those beds that sits up and like lifts your legs up and things like that. And it's pretty awesome. But yeah, like I said, I've been kind of under the weather. I don't know if it was just being out in the cold in DC. Maybe I overdid it. I don't know, but it's been kind of a slow day. Just me, the puppies, Tom, just kind of hanging out and trying to get stuff done for the week. So you'll have to excuse all my mismatched pillowcases and stuff. Y'all, I can't do anything with my husband. He put all this together and put it on, and who am I to judge that he put the wrong pillowcases on?
Hello.
So without further ado, let's get into it.
With the saga for my last video.
I don't know what saga she's talking about.
So I was searching for
those ugly shoes.
Online. Torrid.com.
Frozen grapes to eat like sugar-free popsicles.
So I found these shoes. These are the active mesh sneaker, and they are wide width, and they have my size. So I'm trying to decide if I should do a 9 or 9.5. I think I'm gonna go with a 9.5. I really like these, so I'm gonna get these.
I guess I don't dislike them. I've never been a huge fan of black sneakers anyway, so my opinion shouldn't count. Anything's better than French fry shoes.
I can't figure it out. So there's gonna be some spoiler alerts, okay? So spoiler alert, spoilers. She's getting abused by her husband and she divorces him. Obviously, she has to co-parent. So
I'm not into this book.
I don't know why.
I don't know anything about it, but I'm not interested.
Obviously, the couple violent scenes were very hard to read, and like the last one in particular made me very emotional. And that, like, she divorced him. I don't know.
Is it just me? Do you think she could give her thoughts on this book without spoiling what the book is about?
To be honest, like,
is that just me? Also, I'm giving y'all this frozen grapes mukbang because for some reason y'all love a girl's mukbang.
And I love her, but I don't know. Like, it is what it is, and it ends with her being with Atlas, which is.
Why is she giving everything away?
I don't know. I guess I'm left a little confused, I guess. Hello, so it's been some hours.
I'm watching on the TV, so I have to keep going back and forth, cutting off the commercials. Although now it doesn't want to work.
I don't know if you guys remember, but I sent
it's been a while since we spoke.
Me as a patient, and then she was gonna call me and let me know what, like.
She's had a lot of communication with this dietitian. Also, am I giving y'all Amberlynn Reid unwashed hair vibes?
The meeting between them was canceled because the weather here is really bad. We have tornado warnings. The wind is the worst I've ever seen.
I'm tired of her brushing her hair in these videos. One, it's so distracting, and two, I cannot stand her stringy hair. I've decided I've joined Team Get a Bob because I have a bob. So, Team Get a Bob, get rid of the stringy hair.
Like, I would say 30 seconds, I'm getting a notification saying how a tree has fallen. People
It sucks
still
that the
got-
weather's
so
bad,
it's a
but
really
it's bad
scary
like all
time
over the country right
where I
now.
live right now.
Also,
The whole city is falling.
don't they normally talk on the phone, like the
I think it's,
dietitian and surgeon and stuff, or like
the whole
email,
city, plus
not
the
meet
cities
in
around
person?
me.
So that's like hella sus.
So everyone at the weight loss clinic that I go to, I think, is like being sent home because it's really scary weather right now. My hair is so frizzy. I washed it last night. This is what happens. It's so gross. Like after I brush it, like I wash it.
Does she not braid it to sleep? I feel like she should braid it to sleep. I used to have really long hair, and I would divide it up and braid it so I could sleep, and then it looked amazing in the mornings.
Because a lot of people are losing power and
She didn't have anything else to do, so she could do that.
So I think I'm actually gonna not even continue vlogging today, just in case the power goes out in total. I want to keep my, because I'm filming from my phone. I want to keep my phone.
What happened to she always uses the camera to film?
See you guys tomorrow. Hello, it is the next day, and I'm about to just do a
The
little
poop
bit of
bun has
makeup.
made an appearance, y'all.
So yeah,
What's the deal with the, like,
I'm worried.
knockoff Louis Vuitton cosmetics bag?
It was bad. Like obviously nothing bad happened to me in Feline, but a lot happened in my city.
Like what?
Like that's
Tell us.
Doctor, because I was so scared last night. We actually had to bring in everything from our porch because everywhere around me, everyone's everything was just flying everywhere. It was really scary, and a lot of people got hurt, and trees fell on people, cars, and homes. It was very scary. Our power did flicker like a lot, but gratefully so, we didn't actually lose power. Very, very lucky in that regard because most of where I live lost power. It was just hard to fall asleep last night because all I could think about is like.
I feel like she's trying to be relatable, but again,
like literally just in Oklahoma.
she doesn't even live in Oklahoma.
Like
Why are we talking about this?
For 3 days. 3 days because the weather was so bad. It's just. Life is scary.
Maybe it's just me being... Okay, maybe it's just me being from the East Coast, but like, we lose power all the time. So, I don't know. It doesn't seem like a huge deal to me, but let's drag this out, girl.
So I started another book. I know a lot of you don't like read and stuff, but I do want to like sprinkle reading.
She's sprinkling in reading while doing a makeup look, while being concerned about the weather.
And so far,
It's just a lot.
I am on page 15.
It's just a lot.
I just started it this morning because I like woke up just a little bit ago. It's 9:36 a.m. So far, I've just showered and.
Is she filming this during the week?
A good little headspace, you know. So today is Saturday. So
oh, it's Saturday.
Dietitian talking to my surgeon. That's probably not gonna happen until next week.
Wait, if this came out yesterday, does this mean we're a whole week behind in videos? There's no way. So yesterday was Saturday. What time did she post this yesterday?
I've had a lot of people tell
Or are we legitimately a whole week behind?
See if I can get weight loss surgery with a different program, because some of you are like, actually, I'm not even gonna say some of you. A lot of you are in my DMs, telling me that this is like the strangest thing they've ever heard because, like, weight loss surgery is supposed to help with binge eating, and a friend of mine, if you're watching, hi, said something that really, I was like, oh wow, that makes a lot of sense. She said, it feels like, or seems like, having me wait a whole year is like telling a drug addict, I want you to be a whole year sober before you go into rehab. You know,
It's not the same.
Metaphor.
It's not the same. That's not the same
It
thing.
kind of does feel that way. Like I don't binge in the definition that they say. Like 3 times the amount of food you normally eat.
No, she eats probably 10 times the amount of food I can eat right now.
People are coming out of the woodwork saying like how binging is like you get so desperate.
She just changes her diagnosis so often.
What? I've never done that. I only ever want to eat like junk. And that's why I feel.
What's she eating right now? She doesn't even show us anymore.
Like,
unless it was in all those videos I missed.
As well, I just don't feel like I binge, and I'm just starting to like see it more clearly now because like I don't think I've ever wanted to look further deeper into, hey, is this binging or is this just a food addiction? I never wanted to take the time to do that. So it was
She's talked about it so much. So how does she not want to take the time to do that? I'm so confused.
It was just so much easier to just be like, yeah, I binge. It was like denial, you know.
Is it denial or did she lie?
A lot easier.
The lies.
Instead of like, no.
To use a phrase that she doesn't want us to use, but I love hearing, shit is not adding up.
And by doing that, I have actively ruined my future. So, I'm gonna do my eyeliner after I talk to y'all. I think this is a good.
I don't think she's ruined her future.
That like you can't fall back in things.
I think.
You want to.
So it's on commercial. I think that she could use this time to work on herself. If you're just going to do vlogs, maybe just do vlogs. You know what I mean? Work on yourself, figure out what's working for you, and work towards your goal. And honestly, with as high as she says her BMI is, she needs to be doing a pre-op diet for like 4 months. So why not start on it now and get everything handled? But if what she's saying is true, and she lied about having binge eating disorder, first of all, my main questions are like, okay, so what else did she lie about? But like, if she lied about binge eating disorder and now it's biting her in the butt, like, is she gonna use this as an excuse to not keep moving forward? Or is she gonna get the help? Because I go to OA. And as far as I can tell, OA really helps with my food addiction. It's not going to be right for everyone, but it's definitely a good place to start if you think that you're just an overeater.
Be very honest with, professionals, but with yourself.
So now she's saying that she hasn't been honest with the professionals. I'm just really confused. Because if she can't be honest with herself or the doctor, she's not being honest with us.
Nowhere. And it's easy to sit there and be like, yeah, I eat a large quantity of food and I feel guilty afterwards. It sounds like binge eating. But realistically, I eat a large quantity of food because that's how I've been since I was a child. I just eat large portions. And I feel guilty afterwards because I don't like being fat. So it's like...
This is an interesting way to twist the narrative, but okay.
And it frustrates me because like weight loss surgery is just like continuously and constantly on my mind because I want it so bad. And it's like, should I go to another program? Because a lot of people are telling me I should.
Okay. I didn't say she should go to another program. I think she should stick this out. I did, when she reached out to me, say that I would happily share my surgeon's contact information if she would like to do a consult, and she said no. But the vibes that she's giving, like, this is giving, I want to talk about weight loss surgery, but I don't want to have weight loss surgery, and I don't want to do the work to get weight loss surgery.
I just went through a whole lung debacle where we thought it was one thing, the doctors thought it was one thing, turns out it was something else. And getting misdiagnosed is very common. My whole, like, I had uterine cancer, and I'm sure everyone who watches knows that. And
well, I don't want to talk about anything to do with her having cancer.
The symptoms that I was having, I went to the ER.
She always goes to the ER. I've never been to the ER. I've taken someone to the ER. Never went to the ER. I just call the doctor.
It was always a UTI. And that's a complete misdiagnosis. Because
they might have thought that, though, because she doesn't give people the truth.
I've never had a single one of those symptoms again. And it's frustrating that
I hate that for her, though.
Misdiagnosed is a thing and can happen. But it's also,
I don't think she gets misdiagnosed as often as she's trying to portray it.
They are not robots.
Because I feel like she doesn't tell the truth when she goes to these places. She says what she thinks she needs to say to get a diagnosis or to get medication or whatever she's after. So they don't have a lot to work with.
I'm very mad at myself because I feel like I exaggerated my food issues because I was in such denial.
To be almost 600 pounds, I don't think you exaggerated your food issues, girly.
Because I thoroughly believed that I had binge eating.
Now she's saying she believed it. But, like, she's been telling us for a long time that she finally has a diagnosis and it's binge eating disorder.
I don't binge. And I know a lot of the haters are like, you're just saying that so you can get weight loss surgery. No, I'm saying that because I'm finally choosing me.
Well, I'm not a hater. I truly want our girl to do well and to do what she needs to take care of her health. But it's like, okay, do we believe what she's been saying leading up to this point, that she had binge eating disorder, or do we now believe her when it's really convenient that she doesn't have binge eating disorder? So y'all can decide on that one, but I know my opinion.
I'm just more aware now that I don't binge at all. I overeat a lot. Yes, I do, because I have a bigger stomach. Someone my size has a bigger stomach. So
what if every one of her meals is a binge?
I obviously feel guilty about it. Like, anyone who overeats who is at a higher weight is going to feel guilty about it. That's point blank.
Final thoughts. I wanted to do well, but I think that was a bunch of lies. All right, I'll follow up with you guys about my actual journey with my weight loss and things and how I'm doing, most likely tomorrow. All right, bye guys. Hey y'all, so this reaction is gonna be a lot lower effort than I would probably normally put in, but cut a girl some slack, okay? Let's see if this is bad news or if she's just doing things exactly like we thought she would.
Hey guys,
welcome to a new
I
video.
know that I have not been uploading much. I have not been vlogging, nothing like that. I just mental moments, working on myself moments, and YouTube has always been a priority for me.
I didn't watch her last couple of videos. Sorry y'all, I was doing my own thing.
Have my on YouTube even when
surgery.
I literally just felt like I
couldn't even crawl out of bed to breathe. I couldn't even crawl out of bed to brush my teeth, and I would still be on YouTube and I would just look miserable. You guys have seen me look pretty miserable. It's those times where I didn't choose myself, and I finally said, you know what, I am choosing myself and I'm not going to be on camera when I literally don't even know how to function as an adult. I hit a little low. I got some...
What's the bad news?
Has been
Tell
some
us.
Things
Tell us.
kind of surfacing in my brain.
And things that I have to like absorb and process myself. And then I got some bad news with my last dietitian visit, and this is a video just like updates and such, my weight loss surgery updates, and it's
super windy, so if you hear the wind,
why do we care that it's windy? I don't care at all. Literally not at all.
In front of me right now. So first things first, I want to share with you guys these new vitamins that I started taking, because at the weight loss clinic that I went to, they give you like this huge big pamphlet, like it's like this thick, and there's like 80 plus pages, and it's just tons of information, and they recommend certain vitamins, and I don't have them with me physically. They're in the office because that's where I take them every single day. But I will just post
a picture here on the screen.
Okay, so yeah, those live ones are
of the,
okay. Pre-surgery,
vitamins. It is
then you
a
gotta switch
live
over
women's
to a
ultra
meltable
potency,
one, like berry
complete
melts. That's what I'm
multivitamin.
taking right now. There's a
So
bunch of
I just want to let you
options.
guys know that I have been taking
But
those for
I
a
don't know
little
why
bit,
she's talking
and
about
I
the
already
vitamins
feel
so
them,
much.
like,
Everybody
doing their
takes
thing.
vitamins.
I do have weird medicine anxiety,
Quirky,
and
quirky girl.
sometimes it doesn't make sense. I was fine with taking Delta 8, but then I get like scared to take vitamins. It's weird, I know. So I was holding on to these vitamins for a little bit, folks. I got them off of Amazon, and I was holding on to them. I was nervous to take them because, like, there's been things where you can, like, overdose on vitamins.
Is she seriously gonna overdose on vitamins? Is that what she's worried about?
I just get really scared with medicine really easily. It's very much trauma-based.
Is this how this whole video is, y'all? Because this is already more than I can handle in my current state.
It is charging. I have gotten questions though about, like, how are you getting your steps in? Because I tell you guys that just naturally,
I'm definitely getting more steps in than her, and I only get up and walk around for 5 minutes every hour.
I leave the house, take Twinkie out, whatever. I get about 3,000 steps a day, but I like to push it to 4,000. I like to start off slow with my goals. I don't want to just be like, yeah, let's do 10,000. Not gonna happen. So I get about 4,000 steps because I try. And people are like, how do you do that? What do you do? Like, I don't know if that's coming from like a good place or a bad place, but I kind of just want to explain to you. So right here, I have an island in my kitchen. I like to walk around my island a lot.
She gets 4,000 steps a day walking around her island.
I noticed that around this time, there are so many shows that I watch. 1,000 Pound Best Friends, which one of my friends is actually on that show.
She watches so much TV.
I like to watch 1,000 Pound Sisters.
So much TV. I mean, I don't hate you if you watch a lot of TV. Like, everyone's got their own thing. I just can't imagine. How do you not just, like...
Whatever it may be. Whatever I am watching, sometimes I will stand up and I will just walk in place. And I notice for me, walking in place not only makes my heart beat faster, but I feel it more. I feel it in my muscles more, etc., etc. Another thing that I like to do is I like to walk from one end of the apartment to the other, and I'll just do that. And I actually
I'm gonna track my steps tomorrow. So my day 6 or whatever of like how many steps I get on my 5 minutes every hour. And let's see how it compares to Amber's 4,000 walking around the freaking island.
Like, just cleaning around the apartment, that's an easy 1,500 steps a day. Because I do like to clean and things like that. You know, like going somewhere, make sure to park farther away from the entrance. That's like a really easy one to get your steps in. So I have an update on my ADHD.
As you guys know, I feel like I have it. I am almost positive I have it. My psychiatrist
Didn't she think she had ADHD like 2 years ago? She didn't get seen for it then. I thought she said she got diagnosed with it then.
Evaluated on the phone to even see if I should go to the further steps of being assessed, which are 2 completely different things. And I officially had the phone call to be evaluated, and they said, yes, it does sound like you have it. So I'm on the schedule to be assessed, but it goes all the way up until like 5 months from now. I guess a lot of people
how it was for me,
think they have
but
ADHD,
I do have a nutritionist now after to make sure that I'm following what I need to follow and to answer any questions anytime via text, phone call, video call, whatever I want. So kind of different.
No, revolving like my weight loss and like my way of eating and weight loss surgery and stuff, there's going to be a big change that's happening, and I'm sure there's going to be a big part of you who, oh, I saw this coming. Typical Amberlynn. There's going to be another part of you guys who are like, oh, okay, I get this, I understand. But I feel like it's only going to be a tiny bit. A tiny bit of you guys. Some of you are probably going to be shocked. Absolutely shocked. But I have
to do.
It has to be so hard for her to be honest.
Let me explain first.
Because her whole thing is like lying, forgetting what she lies about, and then lying some more. The lies.
To get weight loss surgery. So one thing that is very important when you go to get weight loss surgery, because you are literally changing your anatomy. You are changing like your hormones, the way your body works, your stomach. Like, it is being taken out. I mean, obviously they leave some stomach, but a lot is happening. Changes your whole anatomy, and it's a big change. Physically, mentally, all of it. So you have to be honest. You have to be honest with everything. And seeing the dietitian and seeing the psychologist, I was very, very upfront and honest. I have been diagnosed with binge eating in the past, And I was scared. I was so scared to say that, and obviously, because if you were to binge after weight loss surgery, you could get really sick. There has been people who have died because of it. It's a very scary thing. So with the psychologist,
okay, binging wouldn't just make you really sick. You'd be in the hospital.
That
the hospital.
Past that stage of my
life.
You'd
be burst your stitches.
I was
could even burst your stomach.
About a year ago. And since then, I have seen a psychologist for a year. A lot has changed since then when it comes to like my mentality and what I consider a binge and the whole thing.
Suddenly she decides she doesn't binge.
I showed you guys a binge.
What?
I think it was in
anyone else just confused as hell?
That's just a normal meal. So the way that I see binging is very different than the standard.
I love how she's Amber-splaining binging to us again.
To, like, wrap my head around.
I don't know, y'all. This video is already too much. Like, I can tell that it's leading up to her not getting approved. Am I right?
Not what is a normal amount to eat as a person, but
I'm definitely tired of this binge narrative and like the whole, no, I'm just a food addict.
That I don't do. I overeat, sure, but I never eat 3 times or 4 times the amount that I normally would eat. This whole being diagnosed with binge eating has been very strange, and I think it's hard and confusing because think of it this way. I am 500 pounds. I have been 572. I have been almost 600 pounds. You can't get that way unless you are eating large quantities of food. Is that just like massively overeating, or is that binging?
For still the normal Amber-splaining binging.
It looks like binging. Like when I watch 600 Pound Life and they show what they're eating.
Did y'all hear that part a minute ago where she said she's almost been to 600 pounds? The truth has been revealed.
They see Dr. Now. A lot of them, which are my favorite stories, they're successful and they lose the weight, and in like 2 months, 3 months, they get the surgery. I've never in my life ate that much.
No, I'd love to be a fly on the wall at Amber's house. Just like one time, because I guarantee, unless she's written down every single thing that touches her lips or had her spouse do it, whatever,
of my journey,
she's eating just as much as this 600-pound life people. She just is. You don't get to that size and you're not eating that much food.
I have not since somewhere in December. This whole January, February, we're fixing to be in March. I have not ate in a binging manner. I have been doing really good. I have been losing weight, and not only have I been working on that aspect, but I've been working on like my mental more, and just I've been actively choosing these coping mechanisms that my psychologist taught me.
I thought she didn't like the psychologist anymore.
And I had my dietitian appointment, and she told me this is gonna be hard to hear, but if you are trying to get weight loss surgery, this is within their program. Every program is different. If you're trying to get weight loss surgery with this program, you have to go a full year, 365 days.
365 days, no binge?
And
what?
That, it like broke me. This is the second time I've seen this dietitian. I guess from this point forward, I'm gonna see the dietitian once a month. And my next appointment's already scheduled, so I've already seen her twice. She said the improvements I'm making is amazing, and she's proud, and I'm going in the right direction, etc., etc. But she said,
how come all of these doctors, when she recounts what they're saying, it's always the same. It's always, they're proud of me, they're impressed with me. Are they all like that for the last like 7 years that I've been watching this? They've all been proud of you? Really? I find it impossible. I find it impossible. Because like just going into my dermatologist periodically, he's like, where are we on this weight loss? My dermatologist. And I'm a fraction of her size. I'm half her size.
I cannot get weight loss surgery for a year. She cannot approve me for a year. And I immediately broke down. And I have been so confused where I'm just like, do I want to share this with YouTube? Do I want to share with them the horribly emotionally just painful side to this. Do I want to put a mask on? Do I just want to seem nonchalant? Do I want to go into detail? I have just been all over the place, and that is why it has taken me a little bit of time to share this.
Are we shocked that she didn't get approved?
Tore me.
Or do we think this is just
it tore me.
part of her normal cycle?
I don't know what it was.
Do y'all think this is part of her normal cycle,
had a
or
breakdown
do y'all genuinely
in
think
front of
she's
the
upset?
dietitian.
Because
I
from what I'm
couldn't
watching,
control it. It was like
this is her usual stuff.
my insides exploded, and I cried, and it just felt like another obstacle, another thing to just get in the way, because I have been doing everything.
I mean,
to get
this probably isn't the best option, because she might end up
saying,
eating too much.
how are you getting through
but she
this
could go where I
process so
went.
quickly? I've been doing this for
Or
months, and I'm not even
really
as far
any of the
along as
people
you.
that
I
are
have been
self-pay,
just
like in Mexico or even in the States, they don't follow
I
a lot
wanted
of the
the
same
surgery
requirements
before
as people who have to go through their insurance.
I did. Since I'm self-pay, that would have been manageable. But since I have been diagnosed with an eating disorder, it's not manageable, and it's not possible. And it hurts, and it instantly put me in this like weird headspace where I was just like, this isn't fair. I instantly thought of 600 Pound Life, where these people, this isn't me saying anything bad about anybody, and I have seriously,
she's fat shaming other people her size.
This is just like what I'm going through.
And then being triggered because she has this binge eating disorder that she claims she didn't have and didn't binge,
more than I do,
and now has been rejected. There's just something real sus about the whole story. The whole story, everything's sus. Everything's sus.
It sucks. I think it's triggering, and it brings up like past trauma for me, where it just seems like no matter what I do, no matter what I try, there's always an obstacle and a roadblock. And last time this happened was when the psychologist said, you can't get surgery for like 2 years. And I was like, you know, and I didn't care as much then, not even remotely close to how much I care now. And I gave up. And it just, a lot of memories flooded, and just failure, you're such a failure. Just, that kept popping into my head. And knowing that no matter how much work I do now, it's not gonna matter.
The work will matter. If you're gonna wait a year to do this, you need to put in a year's worth of work. You can't just,
and it just,
I'm sorry y'all, my hair.
Disheartening.
You can't just, this is ridiculous.
I feel myself.
Truly, if it's going to take a year, then you need to put in a year's work.
Bad routine. I feel like I don't know what to do with myself. What do I do for this year? I just feel like
don't do this. She's going to use this as an excuse to gain some weight.
And if that's because I got my hopes up, fine. But that's the only reason why I got my hopes up, is because I was doing so well. I was doing so good. I was making the appointments. I was getting the test done. I was putting the work in.
Making the appointments and getting the test done is putting the work in.
I was losing weight.
That's normal shit you have to do.
I was doing the
just to have a dang doctor's appointment.
Take small sips. Stop using straws. Like, I was doing it all, and it left me feeling so proud. Like, this is just in arm's reach.
Get that feeling that I'm proud of myself feeling, and put in work to the year point, if that's what it's actually going to take, and get the surgery. I'm so confused by her attitude right now. That's why I think all of this is kind of fake.
And really absorb, like, what do I do now? Because I think what made it so easy for me to stay on track and to eat how I was eating, because I felt like surgery was right around the corner. That's what I believed. In my heart, that's what I felt. And since it's not, like, I just feel like everything came crumbling down. And I don't know how else to explain it besides, like,
Okay, but after surgery, you don't just get to eat whatever you want. It's going to be another year of effort just to get up to normal amounts of food. Another year. So if you don't put in the effort now to get to the surgery won't do anything for you. It's like I said in my last video about the people that were around me talking about all the bad stuff they wanted to go ahead and eat. The surgery is not going to beat you or beat your high calorie intake. If you're determined to eat bad foods, post-surgery you'll eat bad foods. I mean, we watched it on 1,000 Pound Best Friends. Megan had the surgery and then gained the weight back. Not all of it. She's still doing amazing, down from 5 something down to in the 3s. But yeah, it can happen.
My mindset has changed. That's the best way to put it. I still want weight loss surgery. Absolutely. And I would love to have it in a year from now. I just feel like it's something else I failed at because I promised myself I would get it. Before the summer or even in the summer, I promised myself that. And I feel like I promised you guys that as well. That's clearly not happening. And now there's just like such a big gap of time for me to just fail. There's so many days to fail. So many hours, so many minutes, so many seconds. And that scares me. So I've had to really absorb the situation, and I know. A lot of you are going to be like, she didn't even want
Truly,
the surgery.
I'm going to say it again. If she wanted to go to Mexico, girl, DM me. I'll tell you what doctor I used.
My channel has
boom, boom, in, out, 2 months.
Life has been.
Even off of YouTube. And still there are freaking haters out there who think I still don't want the surgery. It's mind-blowing. It's mind-blowing. When I tell you I broke down, after that appointment, I had a fucking anxiety attack. Like a full-fledged anxiety attack. I don't know. I get it. Someone with a binge eating disorder can really hurt themselves after surgery. I get it. But I don't have issues binging anymore. And I've never had those types of issues, like eating 3 times the amount you normally would.
No. 3 times the amount? Girl can clean an entire plate of Cheesecake Factory orange chicken. Plus sides. She's lying for the French, y'all. It's all lies.
I never had that. And it just like, I don't know. It just sucks. I just feel kind of defeated. And I think I need to switch things up, switch my brain up a little bit. We are not going to be gaining weight. We're going to keep losing because that is the plan here. So I don't want to explain what I'm going to be doing. You guys will definitely see it in the next video. A lot of people are going to be mad at me. A lot of people are mad at me regardless.
There's people are mad at you. I'm kind of peeved because I feel like
I'm gonna have to embrace
this was
stay away from
all
comments,
just a ploy to get more viewers again, appease the new French peeps, and look like she's actually trying to do something. Because if you were really determined to get this shit done, you would get it done.
I know.
You just would. Unlike people out here who can't afford it, their insurance won't pay for it. There's no way they can do the out of pocket. They have jobs.
Even 2 months.
Like, there's so many hurdles for all these other people that don't even exist for you. But then you're gonna make this a joke.
But I am gonna go back to uploading every other day.
How long do you think she'll stick to this every other day upload?
Vloggity vlogs. I feel happy.
I'm just done, y'all. This was kind of a disappointment. I wanted to talk more about weight loss surgery, but this is just...
It's probably going to be like a few days from now.
I know my experience is different. Every single person has a different experience.
Amberlynn, learn how to
but
before you film. When you guys see my next video,
something about this seems off.
Then that means...
Okay, every other day, you're going to be getting content from me. So yeah, I'm going to vlog today. That's when I'm going to start vlogging. And we're just going to go on a vloggity vlog journey. And I'm actually surprised I didn't cry in this video because I've been doing nothing but crying. I feel like I'm mourning something. I don't know what I'm mourning, but I feel like I'm mourning something, and it's a horrible feeling. I feel like there's a lot of people who are like, it's just a year, it's fine. It's not fine, because that gives me so much room to make a mistake. And I'm honest. with health professionals. As much as people think that I'm not, I am. I am very honest, and they're going to hear the true nitty-gritty. If I feel that I've binged, or like my version of binging, I'm going to let them know. And that's going to restart the whole 100. The whole 100? What am I talking about? The whole year over. And that's scary because I'm Amberlynn. I make mistakes. I mess up. I'm not perfect. And I don't know, it's just a lot. It's a lot. I'm actually looking into getting a therapist. My dietitian actually gave me some therapists that she recommends, so I'm very happy about that. And I need to talk to someone that's clear as ever. So I'm going to start the whole therapy journey over, and that's fine. It is what it is. I'm still going to be working on myself. Even if I'm choosing to do something different currently, I'm still going to be working on myself to one day get weight loss surgery. And it's just crazy that this is how things went down. Anyways, I'm just rambling at this point, so I'm gonna go, and I will see you guys in the next video, which will be a vlog. So I'll see you guys then. Bye.
Okay, my final thoughts on that video. I don't know why I just did the finger guns. I think it's great if she is actually going to stick with the dietitian, stick with this new therapist, since she dropped her other therapist and her online therapist and her psychologist and whoever else, because she never sticks with them long enough to make changes in herself, like ever. She just gets a new one when they say one thing she doesn't like. So it would be great if she would do that. It would also be great if she could not binge for a whole year, but binge her version of binging. Sorry, I'm holding the camera with one hand. It's just crazy. The whole thing's crazy to me. I know it's different from what I did, but y'all, I made the decision like January 2nd that I was going to have this procedure, that I was going to get gastric bypass, and I already knew where some people had gone and had it done in Tijuana. I still checked with my primary care physician and checked with my insurance company to see if I would be eligible in the States, but I wasn't, and I can't afford $33,000 plus to have something like this done, and not a lot of people can. Like, there's no way. I'd be in debt for the rest of my life. So, I made the decision. I reached out on their website. I got in contact with a coordinator, filled out an online application, had an interview with the doctor after they reviewed all of my medical history and my medications I'm taking now, etc. So I passed that portion of it, got approved for the surgery, sent in my deposit. They sent me the pre-op diet. I started it, and I started a YouTube channel, and they had already set my date for February 24th. They said I could have done it earlier if I had chosen to, but I wouldn't have had enough time to do, 40 plus days on a pre-op diet, which I'm thankful I did, because it's changed everything about how I eat in such a short amount of time. And I definitely think it's making this post-op part easier, at least right now in the beginning, because I'm already kind of used to not having sugar. I did liquids for 2 weeks prior to this, so doing liquids right now is not hard. Yeah, so if she truly wanted to do this, I wouldn't let the dietitian rejecting me stop me, especially if she doesn't feel like she has a binge eating disorder, although I never know what to believe with Amber. Does she have it? Does she not have it? Did she self-diagnose with it initially? So many things have happened in girl world, in the Amberverse. I can't even keep it all straight. And honestly, I'm not going to try to keep it all straight, so y'all correct me if I'm wrong. But I don't know. If she really wanted to do this, and she's paying in cash. She's self-pay. She could go to a different one. This is just the one that Tammy used, because he's really lenient with stuff. And I'm sure since she watches 1,000-Pound Sisters, she was like, oh, this is a great idea. There's tons of doctors out there. She could literally go. Some of the people that I had the surgery done with, like the same day, they only did the 2 days prior clear liquid diet. They didn't do a single drop of the pre-op diet. They didn't do the 2 weeks of regular liquids beforehand. Nothing. They decided they wanted to do it. He had an opening. They did the clear liquids diet, and they had the surgery. Now, they didn't have the bypass. They had the sleeve. And the sleeve has like a 40% chance that you're going to have to come in and get a bypass or a revisional surgery. So I went for it, but I also fully committed because Tom said, you're not doing this unless you can do this pre-op diet, because post-op is going to be really hard. And I'm thankful that he did. But anyway, those are my 2 cents. I knew she was going to start this cycle again. I just didn't know when. But I do wish she should get the surgery. So, yo girl, I'm here. If she sees me, if she wants to know where I had my surgery, just DM me, girl. My Instagram's down there in the description box. And I'll let you in on it. I'll drop the details for you. And you can go get this surgery and we can compare notes. Alright. Bye, guys. I'll see y'all either tomorrow or the next day for an update on my post-surgery progress, because this is the most amount of energy I can put into this with the severe cramps I'm having right now and all the bloating. The bloating is not good. And that gas medicine that I had to take, I think I've already said it on here, y'all. It tastes like milk of magnesia that's been run through some sweaty man's ass crack, okay? Or it's been, you know, in an enema in there, and now you're sucking it out. Okay, alright guys. I'll see y'all later. Bye. It's Rosie here. I don't know if this camera angle is going to work for me, but it is what it is, so we're just going to deal with it. I'm here in DC. I am back in my hotel room for just a little bit, and I have to go out and be social tonight. I don't want to, but it is what it is. I'm definitely going to be redoing my makeup before I do that. I actually took a shower when I got to the room because I just felt kind of disgusting. So, let's see. I thought it'd be fun, so I'm just hanging out in here to do a react to Amberlynn Reid's newest video that she seemingly just posted today, maybe like earlier today. So yeah, I'm gonna do that and give you my thoughts. I have not watched her last however many videos. Which, if y'all want me to, I would do a mini retro react and maybe go back and look at her last 5 or however many I've missed. Y'all have to tell me how many I missed. I don't even know. Life has been happening. So, let's see. Before I get into the react, I want to do like a little, what would you say, like a PSA or something. Basically, I'm here, my channel's here to just document my progress with my weight loss, getting healthier, having gastric bypass surgery, following the diet. Right now, I'm trying to film my day so you can see how I am attempting to follow the soft foods diet while here in DC. I'm doing this for fun, talking about Amberlynn Reid, or if there's some other, actually, yeah, if there's some other YouTubers y'all want me to talk about, I would be happy to do it. If there's other people y'all want me to talk about, I would be happy to do that. You just need to drop their name in the comments or send me a DM to my Instagram, which I'll put in the description box. I don't know, there was a comment on my last video, and I guess it didn't really cross my mind. Amberlynn Reid DM'd me and, you know, said someone told her to reach out to me, because I've read it now and responded. And so I mentioned it in my last video, mostly because I was just kind of shocked. Like I said, I only have about 120 subscribers or so, so it just seems odd that someone with 200,000 subscribers would even. With that being said, whatever she did want to talk to me about, which was weight loss, I didn't really plan on sharing any of the details of our conversation. I really just was kind of shocked and wanted to share with you guys about her actually reaching out, but I had no intentions of like sharing any part of our conversation should she respond to what I sent back to her. Okay, as we're getting into this video, none of this is, I'm trying to figure out how to do this on the TV. Hello. Oh, okay, she's starting.
Vlog. So I'm actually filming.
Don't judge my mirror.
For the first time in forever. I still have the iPhone 12 Pro Max.
I don't think there's anything wrong with having the 12 Pro Max. My brother still has like an 8 or 6.
It was one of the moments. I was on my cell phone plans website and I have a free upgrade. So I really want the white one with like the silver outline, but I was like, you know what? I don't think we need her just yet. So
I thought she always vlogged on her phone. So I don't see.
I'm so proud of this. Look how beautiful. I think I'm gonna use Versace. And these are
I think her setup is neat, but I don't really care about perfume.
My earrings,
so
and I had a random moment where I was so sad because I've gotten rid of so many freaking earrings, thousands. I'm sure a lot of you remember.
Who even owns thousands of earrings, let alone just has so many they just, or did her sketchy sell them?
Versace.
Where's she going that she needs to smell that good? Or you just smell good at home?
Everywhere. And then, I'm not sure how these earrings are gonna look. I'm just kind of wearing a plain Jane t-shirt.
Girl, I did not like those earrings, one, and I really don't like them with that shirt.
I don't know.
Was the weight loss surgery thing clickbait, or is she building up to it?
I think I need to start using my phone camera more. I know I look the worst with my phone camera, but it's like, I don't like carrying my bulky camera everywhere because I also have a tripod attached to it.
Since when does she use the camera or the tripod? Someone tell me.
What I usually have and what I'm always using. But I think I need a little break.
Why does that camera look brand new?
I decided to put my Legos that my mom got me, the flowers that I made.
The Lego flowers are kind of cool. I'm not gonna lie.
I went to the P.O. box, and I also am about to start my 50,000, wow, IU vitamin D3.
First of all, who keeps sending stuff to this P.O. box? Secondly, just take the vitamins.
No.
I have to take mine every day. I take berry melts every day.
So
don't tell me she's still worried about ODing on vitamins.
Just saying. Okay, so I also went to the P.O. box and so much stuff. You guys, y'all popped off. Y'all are amazing. I actually renewed my P.O. box for longer. So here's my P.O. box if you want to send me a letter or a little gifty gift. Also, I love receiving things from small businesses because someone did message me yesterday and said, can I send you something for my small business? And you show it on your channel. I'm all about that life.
Half the time she won't share their Etsy name. She won't share their business name.
And some people don't like the long-winded, me just sitting down like opening things from you guys as much as I love it. I think what I'm gonna do is per vlog.
Why does she let the audience dictate what she does? If she wants to sit and do an hour-long video of opening shit, she should. Especially if that meant she would tell us where the stuff's from.
I have no idea what this is, so let me open her up. Alrighty. Oh, this is like cutely wrapped.
I do like it a little bit.
Okay, so there is a letter in here.
I hate string cheese. I want that to be known.
It's a deer. Thank you so much.
They didn't have any soft mozzarella
for this, and I love your handwriting, by the way. Oh, this is adorable. Babe, look. Look how freaking cute. Oh my gosh. Feline and Bambi. Thank you. That's so sweet. The next one that I'm going to be opening.
The Feline and Bambi thing's cute. But would she hang it up?
I hope I pronounced your name right. Oh my gosh, yes. I remember you messaging me on Instagram about this. So I think she has a business. Sensational Sense. So I have the magazine for it. She sent me a massive letter, which letters are my fave, y'all. You have no idea. So I'm gonna read this real quick. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for the letter, and I'm so sorry to hear what you're going through. She sent me some samples. So these are pink zebra wax sprinkles. They're soft soy, non-toxic, and come in 75 different scents.
Y'all, it's sensational.
God,
is that a
cool.
pyramid
So
scheme?
it's kind of like
Someone tell me.
There is a apple berry crumble, sugar cider donut, and campfire s'more. And then also there is pre-soaked. This is like a thing that you can hang in your
I want to know what
car,
her house smells like.
Okay, so the last.
Do y'all remember her
package
wall of candles?
for this
What does it
video?
smell like?
I always make sure that I'm not missing out on a little note inside. Yes, I knew there was going to be one. So this is from Paige. Thank you so much. It is a book. There's a Part of Me by John Schwartz and Bill
It's a
Brennan.
mukbang.
Ooh. Okay.
Okay. While it's on commercial, I just have some thoughts. The first thing on the title is weight loss surgery. We're like, what, 5-6 minutes in? Nothing about weight loss surgery. Also, I'm gonna say it like 10 more times. Why do people keep sending her stuff? Why? Just call me confusion. But yeah, I genuinely want the best for Amber. I really do. 100% want the best for her. I just get so frustrated with her cycles. I get frustrated with some of the stuff she's saying. I think if she wasn't such an issue, I think it'd be cool that people or her subscribers really cared enough to write her, email her, send her stuff in the mail. My thing is, if you look at all these people who are asking her for advice, weight loss surgery advice, dieting advice, just advice in general. When you look at Amberlynn Reid and then you know enough about her channel, know enough about what she presents and what she's been doing for the last several years, why in the world would you want advice from her? I think you could look at everything she does and say, oh, these are all the things I don't want to do. And yet, all of these people who are just finding her channel, that kind of thing, are asking her for advice. Want advice on what to tell their surgeon, etc. And it's like, she hasn't even had weight loss surgery. Like, why would you? There's so many people on YouTube who have lost weight. Is it Mama Goob? She's lost I don't know how much weight. So it's like, there's people out there that I would say you should ask advice from. Shit, I'm only 12 days out, but I could probably give you more advice than Amberlynn Reid could.
By John Schwartz and Bill Brennan. Ooh. Okay. I'm excited to give it a read. As you guys know, I have been freaking obsessed with reading lately, so I love when someone sends me a book. Thank you. Okay, so I just opened a little envelope and Katie sent me a ton of stickers, which I love stickers to use for like planners and such. And I already have like a ton of stickers, so I'm definitely gonna add these into my little collection. Like this one says, "You are beautiful."
I just don't have the time.
We have this really pretty.
I don't have the time. Maybe if I was in middle school,
these are adorable.
I would have the time.
Katie. Okay, so I
feel like that's the last time I truly use stickers.
Jason and Katarina, they sent me a picture of them. You guys are so cute. Thank you so much. And also happy birthday, Molly. In the letter, they asked me a question. They said they really like my ASMR videos. If you guys don't know, I've made a few in the past. And they want to know if I want to make.
I don't want more of those ASMR.
No.
Amberlynn ASMR, no.
Don't 100% enjoy them, so maybe I can have like a little ASMR moment like within a vlog. We'll see. But thank you so much for the letter. So the last letter I read is from Alex, so I want to say thank you so much for the kind words, and I'm going to keep your letter forever. And when I ever feel like I want to quit YouTube, I'm definitely gonna reread it and be like, you know what, I'm gonna continue for Alex. So I just want to say thank you guys so much. You guys are super sweet. I have more stuff I can open, But like I said, I want to like,
This is what I'm saying.
you know, slowly.
She has so many people who want to support her, whether I agree with them sending her stuff or not. Also, I think she should wear gloves. Girls should wear gloves, because there's some crazy people in this world, and there's a lot of people that do not like her. And what if they did something to her?
The brand is New Balance.
Did she just get new shoes like 5 videos ago? I've missed so many. She might have gotten some since then.
I want to say for a decade. And then when I fell last summer, tore my ligaments, I got a little bit of
the dangle,
for the lack of a better term, PTSD whenever I would look down at the tennis shoes.
She has PTSD for tennis shoes. I can't, y'all.
I don't know what it was. I kept blaming the shoes for my fall. It was a mixture of a bunch of things, but I got these. They're not wide width.
Personal preference.
Wide feet, folks.
I do not like those black New Balances, but only because they remind me of my days in a fast food kitchen.
Regardless.
And that's to wear. I'm sorry, people like black New Balances or whatever. Personal preference. I'm not saying anything about you. It's just, I feel like I should be serving up French fries and scooping ice cream when I see them.
So as amazing as the shoes are, they did not fit. They were too tight. Which
of course they don't fit.
I get it. I do need a wide shoe, but I have worn shoes in the past that weren't wide. So it just depends on the brand, honestly. So I'm gonna actually give those to Feline because she wants them. She's actually the one who bought them for me.
What is her deal?
So she's gonna keep them,
Feline
and then I am
all
going
her seconds.
to just look online and find a different shoe. I will keep you guys updated. So I have the dryer running, so that's what that noise is. But I'm just sitting here thinking, like, I have a bad time explaining myself. Like, without a doubt. You see my pistachio bag back there? That helps. When I want to, like, eat something I shouldn't, I just eat a few pistachios. Anyways, so I've realized that I have a hard time explaining myself because so many people thought that I was, like, giving up on the whole weight loss surgery thing.
Okay, we thought that because you made it sound like you were giving up.
I gave people the idea that I was. I guess it was that video, like, saying how I had bad news. And honestly, like, at the time, that was bad news to me because I went from thinking I was
so you clickbaited us.
Weight loss surgery, you know, in like 3 to 4 months to, oh my God, it's going to be a year. So in my opinion, that was bad news for, you know, the timeline that I wanted. So I guess in that video, it came off that I was like giving up and that, no, you guys, I'm not giving up. I am still doing everything that they're gonna tell me to do and are telling me to do, and I'm still gonna document, you know, my journey. I'm just not gonna be so like in your face about it. Who knows, maybe I am, but I don't know, it just makes me so sad because that just goes to show that I'm not good at explaining myself. I need to work on that. But then again, I do know that
new way to cover up the lies,
and people assume that I mean one thing when I don't. So I think we all need to work on it together. It takes 2 to tango. I'm actually about to shower,
mukbang
but
over.
I wanted to give you guys an update on It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. So people are
when did she
saying
start
it's
this It Ends With Us?
Because it romanticizes DV, and I am...
Y'all, does it really romanticize? You know.
I am on page 226, and I'm still not getting that vibe at all, in the slightest. So I feel like if anyone
is she gonna wash that? I feel like she just needs to trim it. I'm not necessarily saying I'm not on Team Get a Bob because, as you can see, I'm out here looking like a younger plus size version of my mom.
Like, it's romanticized,
but
what is happening is literally
it needs to be
how it goes 9 times out of 10.
washed.
You know? I will say my opinion might change.
It's so greasy looking. Oh my God.
But my opinion might change, obviously, because I'm only a little bit halfway done. But I just feel like right now I'm not seeing what everyone else is. or a large portion of people, because I know majority of people love this book, so, but I don't know.
I'm so confused with what she's saying in regards to people's opinion.
If you've read it,
one, because I don't care.
You know what I'm about to say? Her and Atlas. That made me emotional. The storyline with Atlas is
okay, I don't care about this book.
Personally.
I feel like for Amber to be 32, 34, however old she is, she's shorter than me.
I'm done this vlog.
Aside from her like childhood and her parents having addiction and her just being overweight for like ever, aside from that, seemingly, she really doesn't have life experience. She had a job for a little bit. She did crazy stuff at the job. I don't know if y'all been around for that long, but she used to like film in people's rooms and stuff at the like nursing home. There was like all kinds of things she used to do that like I don't think are okay, but the way she talks about things, her whole like quirky girl personality, just there's so much about the way she does things, and obviously everyone's going to like view this differently, right? And everyone has a different life experience. I just feel as myself watching this, she doesn't have much experience with life because she's been so big for so long. She spends days and days and days and days and days inside the house spending money that most people don't have, eating tons of food, but she doesn't go anywhere. She doesn't do anything. She has all these friends. Her bubble and her point of view is so small, so limited, that I find it hard to like relate to her. I'm not saying that adults can't have fun hobbies like Legos or diamond painting or love stickers or any of those things. I'm not saying that at all. Don't take it that way. I think having interest in things is totally fine. Like I think crystals are totally fine, but maybe not where she had 800 of them in a drawer. But it's not relatable. It's not relatable to me, which doesn't make it enjoyable really, because I don't have the money to spend on things like that. And even if I did, I probably wouldn't fill my house with thousands of earrings because I only got 2 ears, you know. But that's just my 2 cents. And if y'all feel like I'm ranting through this video, it's probably because I am. It's because I am. I guess my last thoughts is I don't understand this I can't explain myself thing, because she spends her whole life talking to you guys on YouTube. So you would think she would be able to convey what she is trying to say. Shit. Damn it, I cracked my screen. It's just a little nick in the screen. Okay. I think she got a lot of backlash from her last video that I reacted to. So God, it's probably been 5 or 6 videos ago, about being denied the immediate weight loss surgery. And I think people saw that as the like continuation of her normal cycle where she's gonna give up, move on, it was not for her, blah, blah, blah. But honestly, now that I think about it, she has, regardless of if she's on the diet or not, because she's not showing us anything diet related from what I can tell. And she's not talking about it, and she's not talking about her weight, at least not in this video. So that, to me, leads me to think, okay, she's back to her old shenanigans, Uber Eats, whatever, and she's not following the diet. But she is going to milk this, my dietitian, my psychiatrist, psychologist, whatever the heck she's got going on, these like blood tests and this and that, as someone who just had the surgery. And obviously I had mine in Mexico. However, I do know that it's only one time that you go in for blood work and they pull everything. They're looking at your sugar, they're looking at your white blood counts, they're doing everything. They get 3 or 4 vials at that one time. And as someone who has to have my lab work done periodically because of the medications that I'm on, about twice a year, 3 times a year, whatever the doctor orders, I understand how lab work goes, like many of you who just live a normal life and go to the doctor. And yeah, it's one time, one appointment. They do it all and they have the results within like the next day. Sometimes 2 days, but most of the time, the next day. So I found it strange she was making a big deal over that. Also, I don't understand why she'd need to be talking to this dietitian all the time. Or the psychologist, psychiatrist all the time. I think she's going to milk this until people are tired of it. With that being said, that's all I got for this one.